Hey there. Welcome into the Ben Maynard program. Thanks for being here. It's Friday night and we're live tonight. Yes, it is. We're live, viewers or no viewers. We're going live tonight. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping to take care of, as you know. And if you don't, you're going to know now. This program is available on multiple podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Also, it's on iHeartRadio now too. Yeah, good stuff. Can't believe it. We're just getting that out there, trying to draw a larger audience. So yeah, among all the other platforms, here we are. However, if you are watching live tonight and you just can't resist all of this beauty right here in front of you, and you're watching on YouTube, then please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. I always reply to your comments. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram, simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word. All right. So as you can see, there are plenty of ways to take in this show for your dancing and listening pleasure. And as you know, it's Friday night and we're live tonight. And I have to be completely honest with everyone watching, everyone listening. I have no idea where this is going tonight. Let me do this here. This is my show log. Whoops, sorry about that. Again, very professional and a very professional broadcaster I am. This is my show log right here. This spiral bound binder, and in it are I keep every single episode that I have so far, which to this point is 56. Tonight makes 57. But I have all my notes in here. I've logged every guest that we have, just whatever the show is referring to that evening or at that time that we're recording. It's all in this show log. Tonight it says Friday Night Live across the top of the page, and that's all it says. Well, it has episode 57 and it has today's date. Okay. Because I don't know where this is going tonight. I wasn't even going to do I wasn't going to go live tonight. I was going to just record a show for this week, and then something happened. Let me get this right here. I'm reaching down here. This is what I wanted to do, and I even thought about doing it live. My niece Anita gave me this book last week. She said, "Uncle Ben, Danny and I bought this for you. It's an early birthday present." And because my birthday's not till next month, but I saw her last week, and who knows, we may not see each other again until sometime next month. But it's a book. It's called The Big Book of Rock and Roll Names. This is what I wanted to do tonight. Okay. I wanted to do it in honor of Anita because it was so nice that she got me this book, and it's just like, I don't know how many pages. There's almost 300 pages of various rock bands and how they got the story of how they got their names. So I thought, that's awesome, and it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen tonight. And where am I going with this? I told myself early on when I first started this podcast, actually before I even hit record on the first episode, I said that I would not discuss politics and I would not discuss religion. And we've touched on both a little tiny bit, but I've never pushed an agenda. And And it's funny, I talked to somebody about it one time, and they asked me, "What's your podcast about?" And I had told them, well, it's tell your story, and then we talk a lot about music, and it's sometimes it's a potpourri of various things, and I said, what I don't want to do is I don't want to talk about religion and politics. And they said, "Oh, so you mean you don't want to talk about the things that actually get the most ratings, the two subjects that actually get the highest viewership, the highest number of clicks, all that stuff?" And I said, I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and I said, I just kind of, not because it's ugly, and not because I'm afraid of any of it, because I'm not. But, I guess I figured the way I looked at it was I wanted to try and build an audience before I really presented any of that stuff. But look, as you know, I'm not ashamed of my political leanings. I'm not ashamed of my religious beliefs. You guys know that. You guys know I'm a staunch Christian. Okay? I'm a Christian man of Christian faith. I believe in my Lord Jesus Christ, and he's going to come take me someday. And I'm in church every Sunday morning. I'm a Sunday school teacher for third and fourth graders as well. Okay? I've had men from my church in on this show. I've had my pastor on this show. You guys know where I stand. And if you're watching or listening for the first time, you now know it as well. So I don't feel like I need to beat you over the head with it. Okay? And that's where I try to leave it there. My political beliefs, where I stand on that. And I don't have to try to beat you over the head with it. It's not my job to do that. You can go to so many other places for that. But I took the day off of work. But I didn't take the day off. I had the day off of work today. Okay. And I'm out in my yard. I'm out front and I'm doing my yard work. And I'm still thinking about, what am I even going to do? Am I going to record a show tonight? I'm going to do it tomorrow. What am I going to do? I wasn't even thinking about going live. And so I'm doing my yard, just, various things, trimming my hedges and everything. And things started to come over me. And I just started feeling this. I just started feeling compelled to maybe talk about something that is going to turn people off. Not because I want to. Look, let's be very honest. I am 100% honest and transparent with this audience, no matter how big or how small it is. And if you watch this podcast enough, if you listen to it enough, it's a very small audience. It's a niche audience right now. And if it never gets any bigger, then that's just the way it is. And I'm okay with it. All right. But what I'm going to talk about a little bit tonight, and I see that the viewers, they're going up and down, and that's okay. People are checking in, they're checking out. That's okay. But when you talk about religion and you talk about politics, yeah, those are two polarizing subjects. If you don't share the same beliefs as half of your audience, well, then you can alienate them. And that's not what I'm here to do. But last Saturday, let's be honest. Everyone around the entire world knows. Last Saturday, some freak, and yeah, some freak that was mentally disturbed for whatever reason, tried to assassinate former President Trump, who is on the path to becoming our next president, and tried to take him out in Butler, Pennsylvania at a rally. And a lot of people saw it live. A lot of people went back and whatever they were doing, whether they were at home or not, maybe you got on your phone, you're out and about, and you're checking whatever website, whatever news outlet, you're checking everything to see what was going on. And we haven't had an assassination attempt on a president since 1981, when Ronald Reagan was president. My president. Ronald Reagan was my president. I was a sophomore in high school in 1981, but that was my guy. That was my guy. And I remember it was right after lunch when we got the word that it went down. But we also got the word that he was going to be, from early reports, that everything was going to be okay and he was going to be all right. He was going to survive. And same thing this past Saturday. Donald Trump, President Trump, whether he's former president or he's future president, President Trump, and he's my president. You know, I don't talk about it a lot, but you know that I am a conservative. Okay? I am a Christian and I am a conservative patriot of this United States of America. And somebody tried to take out my president last Saturday. Some sick, twisted, demented freak. And you know, I don't go off the rails like this. But what sickens me is where the political climate has gone the last 8 years, really, since President Trump came down the escalator and announced that he was going to run for president. Does everybody remember that? And from that moment, he has been under just unrelentless attack from the left. Now, folks, I don't care what political party you're affiliated with. I don't care if you are Democrat. I don't. It's okay. You know why it's okay? It's okay because this is the United States of America. We have the freedom in these United States to believe what we wish to believe, to vote for the political candidate of our choosing, and to live our lives as we want to live our lives. But since President Trump came down that escalator and announced his candidacy, it's been nothing but lie after lie after lie after lie. From leftist media. And it's just, it's crazy to think about. And I just want you to stop. Just stop for a moment. Let's just have rational thought and discussion, okay? Rational thought and discussion. Just think about things, okay? You're going to hear, you heard all the stories before he was elected president in 2016. During his entire first run as president, all the garbage, all the stories. Oh, Donald this. Oh, Donald that. Oh, Trump he's a crackpot. Can't believe we elected a guy like that. He's embarrassing us around the world. We've got this nut job in the White House and he's got the nuclear codes and oh my gosh, World War III is going to start. Did it? No. Short answer, no. World War III never started. As a matter of fact, think back to Donald Trump's first run as president. No new wars, right? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes, you're right, Ben. No new wars. How was your life? How was your life going 8 years ago? How was your family going 8 years ago? How was it around your household 8 years ago? Was it easier to make your mortgage payment? Was it easier to make your rent? Was it easier to buy groceries for your family? Was it easier? Did it cost you a little bit less money than it does now? Short answer, Ben. Yes. Okay? You can't dispute it. It's indisputable. You were lied to, people, in 2020. It actually started late 2019. You were lied to by freaks, liars, nut jobs, self-indulgent crooks, people who only were looking out for themselves and not for you. You were lied to. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, people. Open your eyes, open your mind, and just reflect. Think back. It's called COVID. They couldn't take Donald Trump out any other way. Every time they say conspiracy theory, all you have to do is wait it out, and pretty soon the truth begins to bear itself out. So all these conspiracy theories, we start running out of them because they all become truth. Now, I'm not saying COVID was fake. I'm not saying that was phony, but that was unleashed on this country. It was unleashed on this country by a communist party across the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, I said it. And a lot of people died. A lot of people were affected by it. Yeah, that is absolutely true. But a lot of people weren't. A lot of things happened with that. There was a lot of division in this country, and that's exactly what the left was looking for. That's exactly what they wanted. Dissension in the White House. People that were supposed to be supporting our president at the time. Turncoat. Lied. Dr. Anthony Fauci. Yeah, you're one of them. You're the biggest perpetrator of all of this. I'm not going to talk about COVID this whole entire evening, but come on, people, wake up, okay? Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Come on, get your facts straight, okay? No one ever needed to wear a mask. 6 feet distancing. No one never needed. You know what? You know what I told people? I told people, come spit in my face. Come kiss me. Just give me your COVID now. I don't care. Yeah, right out of the gate, everybody was scared. They were. Everybody was worried about it. Yeah, I was worried about it. My family was worried about it. I used to come home from work during the first 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks of this whole thing. I came home from work. because our crooked, lying freaks on the left and in the media told us, oh, it's so terrible. It's horrible. It's the worst. I used to come home from work, open my garage door, strip naked in my garage next to our washer and dryer before I came in the house. Yeah. How stupid was I? I don't want to keep going on this, but that's where it starts, folks. Okay? Just all the lies that you've been told. And some of you believe them. Some of you believe these lies. There are two sides to every story. There's the truth, and then there's the lie. You need to start waking up. Okay? I'm not here to, I told you, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Somebody calls in, I'm going to take your call. You want me to take a shot of Malort? I'll take a friggin' shot of Malort. I don't care. It's fine. That's the deal on Friday Night Live. But things need to change, people. And when a man who doesn't have to do the things that he's doing, come on. Seriously? Seriously, folks. Donald Trump was loved by everybody, most Americans, and the leftist media, especially those at NBC, Universal, because that's where his show, The Apprentice, aired for I don't know how many seasons, 10 seasons or so. They loved him to pieces. Why? Because he made them billions of dollars with a number one television show. And then he goes to run for president and he's just the worst guy ever. Give me a break. Come on. It's absolutely insane. Do your research, people. Just do it. Things were better off when President Trump was in office the first time around. All you have to do is an A-B comparison. Then when we got our guy, everyone needed a guy to settle things down. Yeah, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe ain't really so sleepy. Okay? He's not. He's one of the most crooked politicians in the history of ever. And there's a lot of crooked ones out there. Just do your research, people. Just do it. That's all. You know, last Saturday when they tried to take out President Trump in his rally, that freak, that deranged person didn't miss by much. And yes, I will say it right here. You can scorn me. You can do whatever you wish to do. But the hand of God was on Donald Trump. And you can say, well, then why did other people have to suffer? The reason why other people had to suffer is because there is sin and there is evil in this world. That is why. David Dutch and James Copenhaver were two individuals that were shot and wounded that afternoon, last Saturday. God bless them. They are on the road to recovery. But one person lost their life. One innocent bystander lost their life. and he was a volunteer firefighter. He was a retired captain, Corey Comparator. He selflessly gave his life for his wife and his daughters, his family. He covered them up and gave of himself. And there is no greater love than the sacrifice of someone for the greater good of everybody else. And yeah, I'm going to get preachy right now. Because in the history of ever, the greatest, and this is the example I'm going to give you, no greater example than this one right here. And for all my Christian brethren, my Christian sisters that are out there, you know exactly what I'm going to say. No greater gift of love than that of sacrifice. And the greatest expression and gift of love was by our Savior, Jesus Christ, who gave himself on the cross. Yeah, there was a time he didn't want to do it. He actually asked his heavenly Father. He asked his Father, please, is there another way? And there wasn't. But he sacrificed himself on that cross for you and me and every one of us out there. The worst death known to man at the time. And he did it for you and I and everyone out there. Everyone. And, you know, I grow so frustrated and tired of lying leftist politicians. And look, there's enough of them on the right and in the Republican Party. There's enough of them there. There's some of them that are absolutely no better. But I'm talking about a conservative movement. I'm talking about a Christian movement. People will try to say Donald Trump is this, that, he's done this, he's done that. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. Listen. Nobody, not even myself, said that he's perfect. He's not perfect, but he's the perfect man for the job. He did it once, he'll do it again. And you have to stop believing the lies, people. Stop believing that inflation is down when you know that your paycheck doesn't buy what it did 6 years ago. It doesn't buy what it bought even 4 years ago. Okay? Wake up. Don't let your stubbornness get in the way. Don't let your Trump derangement syndrome get in the way. Oh my gosh, I can't vote for this guy. Mean tweets. Oh my gosh. Are you in high school? I don't think so. Holy cow. We're not going to vote for somebody because of mean tweets. Not going to vote for somebody because allegedly he had sex with a porn star. Allegedly. Still hasn't been proven. And all this stuff, all these court cases, oh my gosh, all these indictments, you see, they're all going away. Why? Because, for lack of a better term, and forgive the pun, but they're all trumped up charges. Stop believing the lies, people. Common sense and rational thought. And again, I'm not trying to alienate anybody from this audience. I'm not. Look, I know where my viewership is right now on the live stream. I know where it is. Okay. It's not a big deal. People will either watch this after the live stream or they'll listen to it. They're either going to like it or not like it. They're either going to continue to watch this podcast or not continue to watch this podcast. I hope you all stick around. And I hope the audience grows from that. I hope you say, "Oh, you know what, this idiot Ben? Yeah, I kind of would check in and out, from time to time. He's really a dope, but oh my gosh, he said some really cool things and now I'm on board." And maybe you actually will tell a friend. Could go the other way around. Listen, I have so much love and respect for our military, current and veterans, our first responders, firefighters, police officers. I have so much love and respect for them. Why? Because they are all, my family is filled with veterans of the various branches of military, firefighters, police officers, sheriffs, filled with it. And we have a current administration that has absolutely no respect for any of it. They have no respect for this country. They have no respect for you as a citizen of this country. And the truth is in all of their actions. They say actions speak louder than words, right? Right? There's that phrase. You know that. Everybody knows that. So what have they done? What have they done for you? Tell me one, just somebody leave in the comments. Somebody call in. Somebody tell me one thing. Actually, let me do this first before you do that. Let me get to the comments. I don't have any. That's okay. Tell me one thing that this administration has done that's bettered your life. That's bettered your life. I fear for my kids, and they're all adults. I fear for my grandkids, and they're not adults. Just wake up, people. Stop believing the lies. Tell me one thing that our current administration has done for you in the last 3.5 years, almost 4 years. Tell me. Have they made your paycheck go further? Nope. Your paycheck's worth about 80% of what it actually says on the check with the rise of inflation. Gas prices up. We got some of the richest petroleum resources in the entire world. We don't utilize it right now. Why? Because some leftist crazy nut freak agenda? You're being lied to, people. I have nothing against electric vehicles. I would never own one, but I have nothing against them. If you want to own an electric vehicle, God bless you. It's your right. You know why it's your right? Because you're an American. That's why it's your right. You have the right to own an electric vehicle if you choose to. I never will. I love my gas combustion. Love it. But to be told to have some dopes in leadership tell me that I can't drive A gas-powered vehicle? Yeah, they can't do it just yet, but that's where it's going. Why? Why? They want everybody to go electric. Well, if you live here in the state of California, you know how that works, right? In the summertime, and we're in summer right now, and I think it was 95 degrees out here in Southern California. Well, go to the desert, it was probably 120. And we have these rolling blackouts and brownouts and all this kind of stuff. Oh, don't use your AC. What do you think about the governor? What do you think about Governor Newsom? You think he's using his AC? Huh? Do you think he ever gets his shut off? Huh? You think he pays for gas in his SUV that he's driven around in, wherever it is he has to go? Think he pays for the fuel in that? No. You do. Taxpayer. You pay for it all. So it's freaks like this and liars like this that try to tell you that everything's good. No, everything's great. And we've turned this country around. We've turned it around. We're on the right path. Give us 4 more years. Seriously? They don't pay for anything you do. Your tax dollars pay for everything, not only their salaries, but all their expense accounts as well. Their food, their groceries, their fuel, because they're not going to be driving electric vehicles. Are you kidding me? Come on. Get serious. I'm just trying to point a few things out to you, folks. I want you to just stop and get a hold of yourselves and think rationally. Is your life better now than it was 4 years ago? And if the answer is yes, then boy, you're bringing home some big time money. That's for sure. You're bringing enough that where it doesn't affect you. That's why all the Hollywood types, are you kidding? All of the elites lean to the left. Why? Because none of this stuff has the same effect on them as it does you and I, hard-working, regular Joes. That's what we are. And that's okay. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I'm no one special. I'm just a delivery driver for the for Cisco Food Service, you know? That's what I do. A lot of people can look down on their look down their nose at that, and oh, good. That's okay. That's okay. However, 4 years ago in 2020, when everybody was locked down, I was considered an essential worker. I didn't take work. I mean, I wasn't told to stay home. I didn't take time off. I was out there every day, making sure restaurants had their supplies, making sure hospitals had their supplies, making sure hotels had their supplies, making sure everybody had their supplies for the American public. So that's okay. I don't mind being an average Joe. I'm okay with that. I'm just a poor schlub, you know? I'm not an elite. I don't have millions of dollars in my bank account to where 30% increase in groceries and a 50% increase in fuel affects me. It does affect me. It affects me and affects my family. Enough of this nonsense. Enough. Stop believing the lies. And you know, after President Trump was shot, and I'm not going to make it look, get smart, right? For all the old people my age, get smart. Missed it by that much. Yeah. Missed it by that much. Shot him in the ear. Some people want to say the head, the face, whatever. But you know what? Shot him in the ear. Let's be real. Right here. Right there. Okay? And afterward, I don't know, few hours, somebody had to write the words for Joe. Somebody had to tell him what to say, and it still wasn't it wasn't genuine at all. I'm going to tell you why. You know, not only has the leftist media been telling you who happen to watch them that Donald Trump is all these evil things, these bad things. He is Hitler. Didn't compare him to Hitler, called him Hitler. So is Joe Biden. Called him Hitler. But then on Saturday, several hours after my president, Donald Trump, was shot in the ear, he says Jill and I are praying for a speedy recovery. I'm not quoting it. It's not verbatim, just paraphrasing it, but wishing him well. Let me ask you this, folks. If Hitler were alive today and we're the same person today that he was 70 years ago, and he got shot, would you be wishing him well? I don't think you would. I don't think you would be wishing him well. Okay? So, what the leftist media has been selling you that Donald Trump is Hitler, which couldn't be further from the truth. I don't remember Donald Trump putting anybody in ovens. I don't remember that. Hitler was one of the worst people ever on the face of the earth. Ever. And Donald Trump never, ever ordered anybody into ovens like Hitler did. Okay? So, you've got Donald Trump supposed to be Hitler according to the left and according to Joe Biden, but yet they wish him well. Both of those cannot be true. They can't. Doesn't make sense. They can't be true. Stop believing the lies. And yes, you can call anytime you want. I got a text message. You can call anytime you want. And I would love you to call. It's my niece. I would love her to call because she's great. You just got to stop believing the lies, people. You've been lied to too much. And I fear for my grandkids. And I'm taking this one right here on the air. All right, let me put you on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Boom. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I got some news.
What's some news? Give me some news.
So I'm sitting in the lobby waiting to be admitted for a new liver.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Just the backup right now, but it's a possibility I get one tonight.
Oh, yes. People, Anita, yes. This is Anita. This is going out live right now. This is going out live stream. Oh, this is awesome. Everybody just heard you. My niece Anita. I told you I love her. I told you I love her to pieces. She's been in need of a liver since about August, September of last year. So we're coming up close up to a year. And she's been maintaining and holding out. And if you heard that right there, she just got news and she might get a liver as soon as tonight. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Where are you?
We're at Keck Medical Center right now.
I just want to come down. I just want to come down there right now. I want to end the show. I want to come down there and give you a hug. I do.
I'm very, very nervous. So
oh, but it's
Danny
a good,
said,
it's a
call Uncle
good,
Ben, call Uncle Ben.
it's a good kind of nervous though. It's a good kind. Oh my gosh. Oh, Anita, listen, I know you obviously have bigger and better and more important things going on right now. So I know you haven't been watching tonight. And maybe you should, because I've been going off tonight.
Yeah, we saw a little bit. I didn't know when to interrupt. I was like,
no, it's okay.
Interrupt.
It's okay. No, but oh my gosh. Hold on. Wait a second. This is, oh my gosh, in the midst of my rant and in the midst of all this, you know what? No one ever in the history of ever should celebrate with Malort, but I am going to celebrate this with a shot of Malort right now, because I don't have anything else right now anyway. So I'm holding it up to you right now, Anita. I'm celebrating you. Hold on. Oh gosh, worst tasting liquor ever. Oh, terrible. Oh, but that was a toast to you. And oh my gosh, I'm going to be praying for you.
Yes. Tell Auntie Catherine too.
I think Aunt Catherine is downstairs watching this, so she might already know the news. That is just, that is absolutely so fabulous. Oh, and you, no matter what, you let us know one way or another whether it's happening tonight or not.
We will.
You absolutely let us know. And people, you know what? Hey, my viewership just went up. It just doubled right now. So somebody's checking in on the good news.
It is good news.
No, it's not good news. It's great news. I love it. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. I have your book sitting right here on the table, and I told everybody this is what I wanted to do this week. and I just, I was compelled to just rant and do what I'm doing tonight. But there's
just a lot of shit in the world that you got to focus on. I got to focus on my health.
In the midst of all this, Anita,
yes,
we have this news. And that is so awesome. See people that look, listen. God is not good. God is great.
He's an awesome God.
He is an awesome God. People, just hear the words that come out of my mouth. He's an awesome God. And I just plead. I can only plead with you. Rational thought, common sense, and rational thought, people. Anita, God is so awesome. So who's there with you besides Danny?
Just Danny.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, please, I don't care what time it is. You call us. You let us know. Yes. You let us know if you're going in tonight. You let us know if it's put off until tomorrow, whatever. You call us and you let us know when you have 100% confirmation one way or another. Please.
We will.
Please. It's never too late to call me.
Of course not, especially calling to sing Journey to you.
Especially when you call me at 3:00 in the morning. Yes, I know. and I love those phone calls no matter what. I love them. So, you just call us and let us know. That is so great. Gosh, that feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. That's awesome. Well, you go continue to be nervous, but remember, it's a good nervous. And do me a favor and just hug and kiss your husband for me, okay?
I will, and give Auntie Catherine hugs and kisses too.
She sent a comment right here. I'm looking at it. She says, "So happy for you, Anita." So yeah, absolutely. Oh. We love you so much, and like I said, don't you forget to call. And if you can't do it, you make sure Danny does it.
Yes, he will.
All right. Well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I love you.
Love you too.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. People. In the midst of my ranting and raving, that is just so awesome. That is the best news. That is the best. It is the best news. The best news, people. We've been hoping for it and hoping for it. Oh, I've prayed for it. And it's happening. This is why. This is part of why. Look, God is great. God is great. There's evil in the world. Corey Comparator, he lost his life due to evil, but he gave his life selflessly for his family. And you can ask why. And it's because there's evil in the world. But God knew it was going to happen. And God called Corey. He was a good Christian. By everything that I have read, all accounts, he was a great Christian man. And God just called him home. He said, you've done your work here. Yes, your family will be sad, but they, as Christian people, they understand, and it is now your time. Your work here is done. There was a great, I watched the RNC, and we'll wrap up here in just a few minutes. I didn't watch all 4 nights of it, work and all that, but being that I was off today, I stayed up late last night. And there's a law. Let me just tell you this first. There's a law that says if you get shot in the head, the next speech you give, there's no time limit. It can go as long as you want it to. Yeah, no, that is a law. Check me on it. That is a law. It goes back to like the McKinley times. I think it's a Pennsylvania law, so it may only be state, not federal. So, okay. So what did Donald Trump do last night? He talked for 93 minutes. 93 minutes. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? 93 minutes. I know I can do that sometimes, but please. I talk about a bunch of nonsense. But yeah, well, he crossed state lines. So I don't know. Maybe there's prosecutor. Jack Smith, you out there? Huh? You out there? Want to file charges? You want to maybe indict him for that one? Give it a shot, brother. Give it a shot. And take your best one. So, I listened to this veteran. He was from Wednesday night. 98-year-old World War II veteran. And I'm telling you, folks, when I was younger, I've shared with the audience. Like I said, if you're new, you're finding out for the first time. But my dad would have been 101 this year. He was a World War II veteran, and I come to find out over the years that he also he enlisted a second time and was in Korea. But he never talked about his time in the war. And those guys from World War II, greatest generation ever. And this 98-year-old guy was on the stage. I listened to some of his speech. And he talked like a 98-year-old guy. Yeah, he kind of bumbled and stumbled a little bit. But he's 98 years old. Okay? And this guy gave everything he had for this country, was willing to give it all. And God bless him, but he was on that stage and he was talking about America. America's been said that it's an idea. America's not an idea, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he said, America's not an idea. It is our home. America is our home. And yes, it is. It is our home. And at the end, he didn't say, God bless you, and God bless this person, that person, and God bless the United States of America. He said, God bless our home. That's right. Think about it. Spot on. Spot on. Yeah. But, it's just weird. I didn't have a ton of, I don't want to say I didn't have a ton of appreciation, but I didn't know how to appreciate our veterans until I became much older. Maybe because I didn't, my dad didn't talk about his experience during World War II, and friends and family that had enlisted in later years, we weren't really at war. So there wasn't a lot to talk about. They would do their time, they would get out, move on, and do their thing. So it was, but in the last, 35 years, we've had our share of wars, going back to George H., and I now have so much more of an appreciation and a love and a respect for our military and our veterans. What they were willing to give up. And some of them did. Some of them gave up. They made the ultimate sacrifice. And the ones that came back, God bless them. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for the ones who gave of themselves. Thank you for the ones that came back. We'll wrap it up here. We'll end this one. You know where I'm coming from. I could go on more, but I don't want to browbeat this, okay? I love each and every one of you that watch this, that listen to this. Just made me think. Like I said, I don't have much of an audience to alienate. I don't have much of an audience to lose to begin with. So who knows what's going to happen with this? And here's proof. What was it? 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, 3 weeks ago, I think it was. I had author Rachel Thompson on. And if you watched that episode or you listened to it, you know what was going on, especially if you listened to the whole thing. We went for a while. It was just great stuff. It's great stuff. I know you just have to stick with me, folks. Stick with this podcast because I'm going to bring you good content no matter what. No matter what you think of me, no matter what you think of Superman here. And there's a reason why Superman wears those colors. Okay. We don't have to worry about that right now. But she was a great guest, as are all of my guests. But, she has a series of books, 3 books that talk about surviving sexual abuse. It's a very serious subject. Very serious. And we got deep. And I talked about my situation, or let me get this off the screen. Something popped up. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. It's done. We talked about my situation. I am a survivor of sexual abuse. And I'm not going to go into the details now. But just to show you, I've said it before. And I've joked about it, and I'm joking about it now. How can I expect to grow my audience if my own family and friends don't watch this podcast? Because I guarantee you 90% or more don't watch this podcast. Not one friend, not one family member has asked me about that. It's bananas. Are you kidding? It's bananas. So if I'm going to alienate my audience, well, there isn't much of an audience to alienate after tonight. There really isn't. But I love you all out there. I do. I do love you all out there. And again, stop listening to leftist lies. Think rationally. Use common sense. Okay? Let's wrap it. Okay? As always, this program is available on multiple podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Yes, sir. Or, if you're watching like you are tonight, Friday Night Live, and you love all this right here, and you keep watching on YouTube, then just please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. After this post, there's not a lot of comments here live tonight, but after this post, maybe there will be some more comments. Maybe I'll get a lot of hate. I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's not a lot of hate. I hope it's a lot of love, because if it's a lot of love, that means people they're in the right mindset. Okay. Last but not least, follow me on Instagram. All one word, Ben Maynard Program. We're done. We're out. I so appreciate anyone who sticks around and watches this. Again, I love you all. God bless my niece Anita. God bless you all out there. God bless Donald Trump. God bless our home. This is the Ben Maynard Program. Tell a friend.